Hey, it's day 19. Welcome. Welcome up all those feelings. We are in the letting go process, getting rid of everything that's stopping us, that's in our way. So, sometimes we come from the place of thinking we know what's the best for everybody. We can all fall under that trap, whether it's, friends, family members, our kids, significant others, whomever. We can come across, we can actually think, really think that we know what's best for everybody. Of course, we have their highest best for them in mind, and there's nothing the matter with that. But we're also not in charge. We are not we're creators of our own life. And we're responsible for what we create around us. As far as the divine plan of what's going on in the universe, do you really want that job? Or maybe you do. Anyways, talk about responsibility. If there is even anything out there to be really responsible for. As we grow leaps and bounds in our lives, there's much that we will encounter upon our journey. And there's much that we are going to want to change. Everything that's going on in the government, everything that's going on in the world, everything that's going on with people getting hurt and totally abused in ways that we are so inhumane. Lots of feelings can come up with any of that stuff that I just touched base on. So you can welcome up those feelings. But I'm going to ask you a big question. Could you just let go of wanting to change it? Could you just let go of wanting to be the boss of it all? Could you just let go of thinking you know what's the best for everybody? There's that movie, The Shack. I saw that about a year ago with a very dear friend of mine. And I had read most of the book, but not all of it. But it's a phenomenal movie. I do recommend it. So, that movie, with me asking you, could you just let go of wanting to change it? That movie could help you with what I'm conveying to you. So could you just let go of wanting to change it? It's a simple answer of either yes or no. Now you might say, no, I cannot let go of wanting to change everything that's going on. Things are absolutely bizarre. There's too much going on that's not okay. Yada, yada, yada. But how is us holding on to, wanting, there's that word wanting, to change everything going to help? Really? Because if we want something, we don't have it. And that means we have this huge desire of wanting. Desire means lack. Lack means suffering. Desire means suffering, according to Buddha and many masters. So the more we want, the more we create suffering. Starting with us first. And then create everybody else around us to suffer because we're wanting to change everything and Have you changed yourself? Have you been able to totally master yourself? It's a big check-in. And a lot of you are not going to want to be hearing these words out of my mouth, I'm sure. But just consider, could you let go of wanting to change things? If you let go of wanting, then you can start having. And if we have the change that we want to see, that means we are the change that we want to see. That's being the change. That's walking our talk. So could you just let go of wanting to change things? Yes. And could you let go of wanting to change things even more? Yes. Does it feel better to let go? Or does it feel better to want to change everything? Like, really, like, I want to change this. Now, pay attention to how that feels inside of you. It might feel empowering, but really, there's a lot of suffering behind that. Very ego-driven. But if we just let go of wanting to change it and say, yes, I can let go. How does that feel? Does it feel more loving and calm and peaceful inside? Having, when we have things, when we have love within inside of us, when we actually experience that going on inside of us, it's a very loving, peaceful state of being. Like Martin Luther King, like Gandhi, like there's so many out there that have been professing these concepts. And it's really as simple as that. If we just let go of wanting to change everything. Yes, many of them made major changes, but it wasn't from being forceful. It was from letting go and coming from their heart. Imagine if we all came from our heart of not wanting, but having the change inside of us, having all the love inside of us, and coming from the heart. Imagine how fast we would make a difference on this planet. Imagine that. I mean, we've been going over and over and over and over and over, and I'm probably going to get myself in big trouble with lots of people from saying this, but we've been going over and over, creating wars and all kinds of stuff, forcefully trying to change things. And, you know, it's not changing. Things are getting worse. And, well, hello, there's that whole phrase, doing the same thing over and over and over again is insane. So maybe if we consider doing something different, could you let go of wanting to change things? Could you let go of wanting to change? Whoever you might want to change, whatever you might want to change, and just say yes. And yes, some more. And any feelings coming up, could you just decide to let them go? Is that wanting control, wanting approval, wanting safety? Let's choose safety for this exercise. If something approval or control, it could be control. Lots of us control freaks out there. But let's go to safety, because at the end of the day, we just want to feel safe. We want everybody to be safe. So, could you let go of wanting control? Could you let go of wanting safety so you can have safety? Yes. Could you let go of wanting safety so you can have safety? What feels better, having safety or wanting safety? Having safety definitely feels better than wanting it. That's for sure. So could you let go of wanting safety so you can have it? Yes. Could you let go of it even more? Yes. Could you let go of the wanting even more? Yes. And even more. Yes. And even more. Yes. Do you have safety? Do you feel like you have safety? Or do you still want it? Focus in on that feeling of having safety. So can you just focus on having safety? Yes. Notice that uplifting feeling that you may experience when you focus on having safety. Just notice it. I decide to let go of wanting safety so I can have safety. I decide to be free by letting go. Could you just let go of wanting? Yes, so you can have. Yes, yes. And could you focus on having safety? Yes, and even more. Yes, and even more. Yes, and even more. Yes. And could you focus on having safety even more? Yes. And even more, yes. And even more, yes. And even more, yes. Are you feeling more relaxed, more peaceful, more calm in this moment, in this now moment? Nothing else is going on in this now moment. Do you feel a little more relaxed? Could you just let go even more? Yes. And could you have even more safety? Yes. And 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 even more safety? Yes. Are you feeling more peaceful, more calm, more serene? Have an amazing day. Aloha.